Good evening, everyone. Once again, wearing the same outfit. I do wash it by hand, as I said. I'm not stinky. But it would really help to, get a donation for clothes or really any type of donation, because I have to check out on Tuesday morning by 11, and I wasn't. For one, I thought I was going to be here on Monday, but because of that hassle with the check, I had to delay the check-in date till Tuesday. And as you know, I tried everything to keep my belongings, but they got stolen. So I wasn't expecting, when I got here last Tuesday, to have to buy all that hygiene stuff, which ended up being a lot of money, because everything was stolen. So shampoo, body wash, all that stuff, and then dog food, and that's where my money ended up going, because I had nothing, and then that money, I was going to use it to take a lift, back to, closer to the Boston area. I mean, Waltham, I guess it's technically the Boston area, but north of Boston, like Revere or Lynn. That was my plan, was to take a lift from Waltham to, like I said, Revere or Lynn, depending on where I needed to go. And I would have had plenty of money to do that, to take a lift. But since everything was stolen, I had to, replace a whole bunch of things, and now I don't have any money. In fact, the money in my account is negative. I do have food stamps still, so if I got to a Market Basket, I would be able to buy myself food. I mean, thankfully, that's the first thing I did when I got here last Tuesday, was I went to Market Basket and I bought myself food, and I also bought the hygiene stuff and everything, and Ross's dog food, and so I'm good, and I still have some food in my fridge, and I'm so thankful for that, because how many times have I gone hungry, in the last 2 months, so I'm good with that. It's just that I don't have any clothes, and I don't have money on Tuesday to take a lift to get out of here, I mean, of course, I don't want to go back to being street homeless. That's very scary. When I've been uploading a lot of videos, especially on YouTube, because YouTube has for the last several months has given me a 10 video limit a day, and so for the last couple of months, while I've been street homeless, I have been focusing on getting as many traffic videos on YouTube, because that, for me, that's priority. That's my safety, cars being caught, license plates, and so forth. And so the other videos where I'm just talking, giving updates as to how I'm doing and everything, a lot of those videos I wasn't a lot of those videos I wasn't able to upload them because of the daily limits that I had. And so, I think at this point, I've, in the past, I don't know, it's been 5 days or so forth, I've probably uploaded, at this point, maybe 28 videos. And there's still more to upload, for me telling my story on all the hell that I went through in the last couple of months. And yes, a lot of those videos are on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook, but they're not on YouTube. And when you post something on Facebook, everybody can see it, but then after a while, if you don't repost it, people would have to look for it, and usually those are people on your friends list and everything, so then less people see those videos. Of course, it's online. If somebody really wants something, they can search it and find it. But, it just makes it more, difficult versus, having it on not just Instagram and TikTok and Facebook, because Facebook, I don't provide links. I just provide the links on Facebook. So then YouTube, if they're not on YouTube, that's a whole bunch of people that can't access them, or, definitely less people that can watch them if they're not on YouTube, because the great thing about YouTube is anyone can click on a YouTube link and watch it. It doesn't matter if they have YouTube or not. It doesn't even matter if they have any type of social media website. All they have to do is click on that link. And that's the beauty of YouTube. That's why I always prioritize my traffic videos and put them on YouTube. But then the other videos weren't on there. So this is what I've been doing for the past week, is making sure that those videos are on YouTube now. Like I said, I think there's been about 28 of them that I've uploaded recently. And I did provide the dates for those videos, like when those videos were originally posted, so people could have a time frame of when, these things happened to me. And it's hard to watch, and I don't really watch them completely because it's very depressing and very traumatic, and I think to myself, oh my God, how did I survive that? And it's very scary now that I don't have my car, and like, how am I going to survive this without a car? And I'm thankful that I was able to get money for my car, but it's very, it makes me really sad not having a car, pretty much always having a car throughout my adulthood, and being able to use my car for work, and and not having that option anymore just makes me really sad. And I applied to some jobs today, and I've been applying to jobs for several months now, even before I became homeless, and I haven't had any luck. And now it's jobs in my field are becoming more limited because I don't have a car. My whole career was doing home visits, and I've helped thousands of people and everything. And then my Al-Anon meetings, for the last several years, I always drove to, my Al-Anon meeting or Al-Anon anniversaries and, other Al-Anon events. And now I don't have my car. So that, things like that make me really sad. And I just try to be strong, and I try to focus on the slogan, one day at a time. I have a roof over my head right now. I have food. I'm able to sleep okay. So I'm thankful for those basic necessities. I really am. But I've lost so much, and it does make me really sad. And I need help. And I know there's been people that have helped me, and I just need people to help me, because I really can't do this on my own. I mean, so many things in my life have been destroyed. I mean, the credit, number one, because it doesn't give me an option to take out a loan to fix things, and then just now not having a car, being homeless, having a lot of my belongings stolen, on Tuesday. And right now, not being able to access my storage unit, and hoping that I can make the payments by October so that I don't lose everything. And so there's just a lot, on my mind. It's been very traumatic. I'm just very sad that these things have happened to me. It's scary. Oh, and I only have 1 minute left because I have a 10-minute limit. And I was just going to say that before I forget, this morning there was a white supremacist woman yelling at me for recording her license plate. Now, I did record her license plate, but I want to make it very clear, I go above and beyond to avoid recording people. When I see people walking by, I pause my video to make sure that I don't get them. Yes, I've gotten maybe the back of somebody's head, but I really mainly focus on cars and license plates, not people. I don't, try to invade anybody's privacy in that way whatsoever. I'm recording these traffic videos to save my life, and I am going to avoid that plaza because I don't want to run into that woman again. And with that, I will end this video, and I hope you guys have a good night.